Hello guys, here's another quickie for Fallout 4. Just wanted to show you how to get the Benevolent Leader perk. Now, I guess I'm a little bit late on the bandwagon here. I'm sure there's probably a lot of other videos out there now by this point, but I wanted to get this finished up because I was planning on making this video a while back, and I kind of got sidetracked and stopped playing Fallout 4. But anyway, let's get down to brass tacks. So, I mean, there's a few criteria that you want to meet when going for the Benevolent Leader perk. Now, I'm just going to go from my experience. This isn't exactly hugely researched, but I got the achievement, so I obviously did it right. I did have a quick look around just to check a couple of requirements that would achieve this. Yeah, so I'm just going to show you around. I'm on Spectacle Island here. Spectacle Island is, I'm pretty sure, the biggest settlement you can set up. I just ended up swimming over here because I could see it in the distance, and I thought, there's going to be something cool there, isn't there? And I always like exploring when I play, especially when I played Fallout 3. Somewhat in New Vegas, but not so much. But again, yeah, in Fallout 4, I like exploring, and I got some, what are they, Mirelurk cakes that allow you to breathe underwater, and pop some relics, and I just went for a good old swim. Came over to Spectacle Island, got it cleared up. You'll probably have to see another video to see how it is cleared up. I could do a video on that, but yeah, I don't know, chuck a request if that's if you want to see that. But anyway, cleared up Spectacle Island. So the criteria you need to meet are enough food, enough water, substantial defense, and you want to have happiness creating tier 3 shops, basically. And the best ones for those are the clinics. So effectively, as you see as I'm walking around here, there's clinics everywhere. So clinics are the best. So you can use bars as well. I don't think they're as effective. So generally, you just want to be plopping down clinics everywhere. I mean, I've got a general store here as well, and a couple of bars. So I mean, that was just for variation, just to make sure that the settlement wasn't completely boring for me, and didn't look completely retarded with just having clinics everywhere. I mean, at the end of the day, it still does, but yeah, whatever. I've just, try to spread it out a little bit.
Wanted to say that.
So as you can see, I've got a lot of power going on. Spectacle Island has a power station in the scuttled boat at the end of the island, which provides is it 20 or 40? It provides a lot of power anyway. I've supplemented this with a few wind farms, and they're mainly just to run lights through the houses and to power a few turrets to increase the defense. Also, they look really fucking cool compared to all of the other power stations. I feel like it gives the whole settlement more of a like Mad Max kind of vibe. Now, in terms of increasing defense, the easiest way to do it is just with the regular machine gun turrets. If you have the appropriate perks or skill ups, you can build the heavy machine gun turrets, which are, I think they're slightly more efficient for the price in terms of materials. I have a huge amount of defense here, as you can see. Generally, for a settlement of 20, I'd say you want to be going for about 100, 150 defense, but really just crank it up as high as possible. I mean, really with this settlement, you just want to fulfill the requirements. Really, you're not really making a cool settlement here. I mean, you can. I mean, my settlement, I'm quite happy with the way my settlement looks. I've sort of set up a few places, a few big houses, barracks, that kind of place, so it all looks pretty cool. But yeah, you need huge defense. You need to have at least the same amount or higher water and food and bedding as the amount of settlers you have. Now, I went for maximum charisma as my starting stat basically in the game, because I wanted the additional dialogue options. So the amount of settlers you can have in each settlement is 10 plus your charisma. So because I've got 10 charisma, 20 is the max. I'm also occasionally wearing certain pieces of armor that increase my charisma by 1 or 2, so that's why some of my settlements have more than 20. And yeah, you can do this yourself. You can buff your charisma with certain sets of armor to increase the amount of settlers you can have in each settlement. But once you've got that huge level of defense, as long as you've got the same amount of food, water and bedding as settlers, so if you have 20 settlers, 20 beds, 20 food, 20 water, everything is a-okay there. huge defense, and just build as many clinics as possible, and have I mean, the most efficient way to keep your food up is mutt fruit, because mutt fruit is worth 1 food, whereas every other food source is worth 0.5, and each settler can tend to 6 crops at a time, so you'd need effectively 4 settlers for a settlement of 20, because 4 times 6 is 24, and that's going to cover all your needs, otherwise 3 would only cover 18. And then you can pretty much put the other 16 as clinic people on tier 3 clinics, and that would make it very easy. What I also found is people were saying that you kind of have to just stay in the settlement and just wait for it to go up. You can do that, but you can actually go off and do missions in between. What I was doing when I was trying to grind it up is I'd go to the settlement, check everything's fine, check that it's going up, that I don't need to build anything, and then I would go off and do a quest, do a side quest, do whatever. And that would take maybe about a day in game, and then I'd head straight back to the settlement and check that everything's all right. And I found that if you do that, if you're there sort of once a day, just briefly, then it will continue to increase. And I got my settlement happiness from about 80 to like 95 doing that. So you don't have to just sit in the settlement. You can run off, you can do quests, and you can do that kind of thing as well. But just make sure that you come back sort of like each day or each couple of days, and that'll maintain the fact that your settlement will keep going. Because one of the requirements is the fact that you're around as well, but as long as you kind of meet that requirement once every day, once every couple of days, then it's fine. So yes guys, pretty easy but grindy achievement to achieve, but yeah, so this is what my settlement looks like. Thanks for watching, goodbye.